guys, it's Kristen with Simply a Stewart, and I am back with a Costco haul. So I know this is really early, and we don't usually haul this often to Costco. Um, but we were going down specifically almost to get eggs. That sounds terrible, but we get a lot of eggs at one time, and we usually pick up like 12 dozen at a time from our farmer, 12 to 15 dozen, and I don't know if like a fox or a pack of coyotes or something came through and like cleaned out all of his chickens because he pastures them, and that's why we prefer those eggs. And because of that, we are like out of eggs. Like we were down to the last carton and used them this morning for breakfast. So buying that many eggs locally has been very difficult for us, and so like our local grocers. So we decided to make the haul down there so that we could buy a ton, like a bunch of eggs at one time, to hopefully get us through until our farmer can start getting us eggs again. So we went down with that purpose, but obviously if we were going down, we weren't just going to go for eggs. So we were going to get some of the other things, just fill in the gaps that we've used over the past couple weeks, and then get like our produce, some of our produce from there. That would be for this week. So we did that. When we got there, we found out they had some sales on some things that I did not know that we use regularly. So we added some of those things in. I did not, because this was kind of impromptu, I did not do what I normally do and go through all of my cabinets and my freezers and make a direct list. So I was down there kind of on a whim going, not sure if we have this, not sure if we have that. So we ended up getting more than I probably anticipated, which means we might be able to hold off a little bit longer next time, but we might run out of something else and have to make the trip. I don't know. But I figured because we went down and we did get a decent sized haul, it was about $375 worth, that I would share with you guys what we got. So I'm going to flip this camera around and share with you guys our haul. All right, guys. So I told you, for like kind of an impromptu trip, we actually got a fair amount of stuff. So over here, we filled in on some of the frozen vegetables I know that we used. We got just the one bag of beans. We go through quite a bit of beans, so I wanted to make sure we at least grabbed one while we were down there. We grabbed a set of Normandy vegetables. Mostly my husband eats these. My daughter does like them. We all like the vegetables in them for the most part. We just, my kids would rather have raw carrots than cooked carrots, so we don't use this a whole lot for dinner. My husband likes to take it for lunch when he doesn't do salads, and we used up the rest of it, so I was just replenishing the one that we used. We do broccoli an awful lot, kind of like beans, and so we just got 2 more of those because we definitely go through at least one a week. And we got 3 bags of these little peas. Unfortunately, they still don't have the regular nice big bags. I really don't like these bags. The bags themselves are like flimsy. My kids have spilled more than enough of these, unfortunately, so you're going to see in a minute. I actually bought freezer bags so that I can put them in those, because every time we open them, we end up losing more on the floor than we need to. So heads up, if you get these, the peas are fine. The bags really stink. So we got those. We got a thing of baby spinach and 2 things of spring mix. These will be for my husband and mine lunches this week. We will go through spinach quite a bit, through smoothies, eggs, putting with some like chicken and mushrooms for meals, whatever. So we picked that up. We went through all of our spinach last week because we made sweet potato pizza and we put spinach on that. So we picked another one of those up. We picked up 2 pineapples. I'm trying to get back in the habit of doing pineapple for breakfast, but our budget has been a little bit tighter for sure lately. But these ones are, they're just really nice size ones. I'm sure it's probably kind of hard to tell in the actual camera, but they're very nice size ones, and they were $2.99 a piece. So I picked up 2 of those so that we'll have them for breakfast this week. We got a bag of carrots. Another thing that we randomly ran out of. We must have used more carrots than normal, and I think there was a little bit left, but my son left the bag open, which made them go yucky. So we picked those up. Back here we have some snacks. Hip peas really have not been on our list too much, but we are in picnic season, and since we can do nothing else right now this summer, we have been picnicking somewhat, doing some bonfires with my family and hanging out with my in-laws, and so it's nice to be able to take these for the kids for a snack or a treat. And I shared these in my last haul, I believe. My husband found them, and here we go. There's the ingredients. Expeller pressed oil. I mean, I know it's sunflower oil, but expeller pressed. He decided he'd grab a bag and try them last time, and this, for the first time in years, he hasn't been sick from a potato chip, so he's not eating them excessively, but he did grab them for the same purpose as to take them with us when we go ahead and have like a picnic or something, a bonfire, whatever. So we picked up 2 bags of these just to kind of replace. Again, we've taken some of these to our picnics and then other people are eating them, so I wanted to make sure I have enough on hand, both for at home and to take to future picnics. We got things like the 4th of July and whatnot coming up. So then down here, the last frozen vegetable we got was some rice cauliflower. We finished up the bag that we had currently had on the last bag this week, so I replenished that. We still have some frozen that I actually got heads of cauliflower and riced myself. Those are still in the freezer, but I prefer this when we have like salmon or something like that and are actually using this as rice. I use the riced cauliflower when I'm mixing it with something else, or if we're using it for like a pizza crust or something like that. So I like to always have this on hand if we're just eating it kind of as is. Picked up some turkey. We have not been going a whole lot, but for the first time in months, we went to the store last week because our washing machine is done. It is just done. I'm knock on wood. I'm hoping it'll last me a couple more weeks because that's how long it's going to take to get my new one here. But I have to do very, very tiny loads now to get it to spin. And it's 15 years old, so it was time for a new set. So we went to do some shopping and to pick them out, and that was the first time the kids have been in the store since like February or beginning of March, and so we were taking this with us. We've also been doing some picnics at the park with their friends, so I want to just make sure I'm back to having these on hand to be able to make Lunchables to take with us places. Then we got frozen fruit. This has been a nice and easy lunch, with just kind of trying to catch up on life. Like there's just been a lot of weirdness going on here. So my kids have been doing more smoothies, I feel like, than normal, but it's one of their favorite things. So we got pineapples and mangoes because they like to make those. And then we also got this organic berry mix. So I think these ones are $7.99 each maybe, and this one's $9.99 if I remember correctly. And then we got the blueberries. My husband uses these and my daughter in their muffins all the time, sometimes in their pancakes, so I like to make sure I have those on hand. We were actually blessed with some frozen strawberries from my dad when his freezer broke. He gave us his, some extras that they couldn't fit into their new freezer. And so we had those, but we have ran out finally, and so it was time to pick those back up. We got just an almond butter. This is one of those things I'm like, I don't know if I need, but we always use. So I picked one up of those. Same thing with the cheese. This is what we use for pizza. Was not positive what we had. My husband said, well, we'll just have extra pizza. If we don't need the cheese, we'll, already we'll make a reason to have it, I guess. So we got that. We got the baby Bella mushrooms. I actually probably should have picked up 2 of these. These containers are massive, but my family loves mushrooms. They could eat mushrooms all day, every meal. And so we picked up that. We ran out. I think we have like one sheet of these. Like there's 3 sheets in here. We have 1 left, I think. So I wanted to make sure I restocked some of those, and these we are completely out of, and so I picked up another one of these. This is something I feel like we're going to need to stock up on, but we were really trying to watch the budget today, so we only grabbed 1. These were on sale. I was going to pick up at least 1 of these to kind of replenish, but they were on sale $3 off a piece, so we picked those up. These went up in price. Man, they went from like $11.99 to $13 something. I was really not happy. But I looked on Amazon and it looked like currently almond flour across the board has gone up in price. So that's really disappointing. I'm hoping it goes back down. Right now it's also limited to 2 a person. Last trip we made, it was the same thing, 2 a person. My mother-in-law, who bakes things for my kids when they're there, asked me to pick up 1 for them to keep at their house. And my sister, who is a teenager, but also gluten-free, asked me if I would pick up 1 for her. So last time we went, we picked up 2, but they were both for other people and we didn't get any. So I did go ahead and pick up 2 this time in case that same scenario happens next time we go. So we picked those up. We got this. These were on sale, $3 off. My husband loves these. These haven't been in a haul since last summer, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the ingredients on these. And there is cane sugar. It's actually way down here, though, instead of like, you know, the first or second ingredient. And look at all those good things. The pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, everything is organic. These are the bomb. They are so amazing. My husband, we took those on vacation last year, and he just loved them. My kids love them. So they were back around last time, but since they were on sale this time, he went and picked up one of those. These were also on sale. I can't remember how much they were off. I want to say maybe just $1 or $1.50 off, but they're a lower priced item in comparison to some of these other things. So I actually ran to the restroom when I came back. I was like, "Ooh, look at those." And my husband's like, "I already put 2 in the cart. Don't worry about it." So we got 2 of those. We got a cashew cluster. These have become the favorite snack of like the entire neighborhood. All of a sudden, since school is on break, my kids are playing out back with their friends from up the road. And I have become the it house, so I have become the snack house. So I picked those up to replenish the bag we already went through since last trip, as well as another box of raisins. There are 2 big bags in there. We got 2 more bags, or boxes rather, of the crackers. Again, with those, I like to have them on hand. Hey, there's my puppy, one of them. We like to have some of those on hand to be able to take Lunchables, as well as it's another quick, easy lunch. Now that we're kind of getting back into things and going on the weekends a little bit more, I'm back to yard selling for, if you don't know, I sell on eBay, so I'm back to yard selling to find a product to flip, as well as we're back to church in our area just as of like 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, we're just like, our weekends are a little bit busier now. So we do use these with like sardines and tuna on the weekend if I need a quick and easy meal and do not have leftovers. We picked up 1 milk just to kind of, like I said, restock what we already used. And then down here, paleo bars, again, something else I did not have any idea if we needed. If we don't need them, then that's great. We will just set them up and we won't have to buy them on our next trip. So no big deal there. Over here, the mountain of eggs. Yeah, that is 15 dozen eggs. I'm praying when this goes through that my farmer will be able to get back to getting us good pasture-raised eggs. But in the meantime, we have none. And my kids and my husband eat eggs every single day. I'm allergic, but everybody else eats them. And then we also use them to make things like pancakes and waffles and such, and all of that is actually gone. I need to do so much baking and freezing, so I will be happy to have the opportunity to do that now that I have the ingredients I need. And then we picked up these gallon freezer bags. When these were $14.49, when I looked up the price on Amazon of competitiveness, because these are not something we usually buy, they were like 90 for $12 or something like that. So for the 152, we just went ahead and bought this box while we were there. We will use them specifically for the peas, and then I'm sure there will be other things we use them for. We use these types of things when we freeze our deer meat and stuff sometimes. So we'll have them on hand. They'll last us forever because we use very little plastic to begin with. So, and then the very last thing we got is bath tissue. Yes, guys, we got more bath tissue. Yes, I know that we bought some last trip. Yes, I know we haven't even gone through that one. Yes, I know there's controversy on whether there will be a second wave or not of this craziness. And my governor did say that he will not shut us down again. Who knows? I don't want to be without bath tissue, guys, and I don't want to have to worry about finding it. So as silly as it was, I decided it was best while it was there to get a second one. We won't have to buy another one for a while. So there you have it, $16.99, I believe. And we are toilet paper safe for quite a while. So that is everything. Like I said, about $375. I'm not looking at any of the middle stuff. I am not looking around the edges. I am just going for the groceries and the things I need, which is helping me keep in budget. There's just no extra right now. So we are getting what we need. Getting the things that are going to be there so that we make sure we are stocked up if anything else happens. Craziness, I don't have to worry about if I cannot get things. We are still having difficulties getting some things like frozen peas at our local grocers is very difficult. Finding potatoes. That Costco even had no potatoes. So just things like that. And so I'm just trying to make sure I kind of stay ahead of the game a little bit, even if it means spending a little bit extra on groceries than what I need. That's where I want to spend any extra money that I can afford to spend. So if you guys like these kinds of videos, give them a thumbs up. I'm sure I will have more grocery hauls. I also definitely have a lot more homeschooling content coming out shortly for you guys. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.